Hi friends, I hope everybody did your UPSC mains examination well. You would have started preparing for the UPSC interview. The interview, as we all know, is actually a personality test. UPSC will test your personality traits. They will check how good a person you are in order to make a future civil servant. In this video, I would like to discuss important issues and questions that are relevant for the UPSC interview candidates from the state of Kerala. Kerala, as we all know, is the most progressive and developed state of India. So, UPSC board will check how a candidate from the state of Kerala views the rest of India and what would be his or her contribution if he or she becomes a future civil servant. So, please keep this in mind. Kerala, as we all know, is a enigmatic state. It is perhaps the most developed state in India, and at the same time it has its own set of problems. So you have to keep this in mind. While attending the interview, please keep certain things in mind. The interview board expects you to have certain qualities that suits a civil servant. You should be neutral in nature. You should have a pan-Indian feeling. You should not exclusively identify yourself with your own state, your own culture and your own language. You should be a rational person. You should be capable of giving practical solutions to various problems. So please keep all these things in mind. A candidate from Kerala should keep this in mind. Specifically, please do not use the word Malayali in the interview. Please use the word Keralite. So using the word Malayali would imply that you are identifying yourself with your particular state or language. The same applies to candidates from other state also. So please keep this in your mind. Now I would like to discuss certain important issues relating to the state of Kerala. We don't have enough time to discuss all issues, so we'll just brush through important issues. First thing is, questions from interview board may be related to Kerala growth model. We have spoken much about the Gujarat model already. Kerala growth model is actually not much spoken of in India. Kerala growth model has many lessons to teach for the rest of India. So they may ask you this question. As a candidate of Kerala, you should know about this. The socio-economic growth of Kerala, it is mainly state sponsored. Socio-welfare schemes have been taken as initiatives by the government over the past decades. The government itself, it took the burden of running the schools, of running the hospitals. Healthcare, sanitation and education were provided by the government. It took the burden of doing it. As a result, the human capital in Kerala is much developed in India. The skill level, the education level of the youth of Kerala is much better than in the other states. So you will have to speak about that in the interview board. We can perhaps compare the economic planning of Kerala with that of Soviet Union or the country of Cuba. So you should basically know about the economic history, the socio-economic planning of your own state. Secondly, they may ask you about the employment opportunities in your state. Even though Kerala is well developed, it has its own set of problems. Like I said, even though the state produces well educated and skilled people, there are not much employment opportunities within the state. So people, they are forced to move to other states and often to other countries, mainly in the Gulf region. So they could ask you, what can you do in future as a civil servant to tap opportunities in your own state? So there are a lot of points which you have to speak in the board. There are many opportunities. Ensure that you think from the bottom up level. Keep agriculture in mind. Food processing industries has great scope for development in Kerala. So you can relate that to Make in India scheme. So people, the youth of Kerala can be employed within Kerala itself. Similarly, remember IT sector. IT sector has great scope there, especially the IT hardware electronic sector. The climatic conditions of Kerala, it is well suited for this sector. So speak about that. And apart from this, you can give other ideas also for economic opportunities within your state. At the same time, they could ask you certain controversial questions also. For example, the recent trend of increasing crimes against women. Even though Kerala is a very developed state, unfortunately, the crimes against women are high there. So you should be able to answer this. They may ask you the reasons for this. So you have to think from a social, economic as well as political point of view. You will have to give reasons why we see crimes like this. You have to speak about the patriarchal nature of society. You will have to mention about the inequality between women and men in the political and socio-economic sphere. You can take politics as an example. You should speak about the representation of women there. Similarly, think about law and order. Think about policing in your state. And you should be able to give solution for this also. So please keep all these things in mind. Next thing they could ask is about the Sabarimala issue. Sabarimala issue was a recent issue. So this question could be asked to check your secularism, how secular you are. So whenever you are asked about Sabarimala, please answer in a neutral manner. Don't link this with Hinduism alone. Give a very neutral, rational opinion. Supreme Court itself has allowed women to enter the Sabarimala temple. So please support that. Don't speak against the Supreme Court decision. Welcome the Supreme Court decision. Say that it is a welcome move that women are allowed to enter the Sabarimala shrine. But at the same time, unfortunately, we saw many people protesting against that also. You can perhaps say that it would be better if the community itself consents to such changes instead of the Supreme Court or the judiciary intervening in these kinds of matter. You can perhaps say that India as a maturing democracy should evolve itself. And at the same time, please also mention that certain religious sentiments also have to be respected. So please take a neutral stand in all these kinds of issue. Some people, they will jump and say that sir, this is a right decision. So you may get cornered by the UPSC board. They will ask you that in certain temples women are not allowed, in certain temples men are also not allowed. So some temples, there is some tradition, there is some sentiments which are being respected by all people. So you have to maintain a fine balance between rationalism, secularism as well as religious sentiments. So India, as we all know, is a secular country, but our secularism is positive secularism. Positive secularism means equal respect for all religion and equal respect for the rights of people belonging to all religions. So please keep this in mind. They could ask questions about Mullai Periyar, neighboring state. So the issue is related to water sharing. If they ask about Mullai Periyar, please don't answer in a very conservative manner. You should speak for your neighboring state. Tamil Nadu depends on water from Mullai Periyar Dam. So if they ask question about Mullai Periyar, please please consider the need for your neighboring state also. So you can say that the safety of the dam is also important, but at the same time, apart from Mullai Periyar, just leave Mullai Periyar. There is a huge scope for providing water to Tamil Nadu from the lot of western flowing rivers. So many western flowing rivers, they are going as waste into the Arabian Sea. So you can say that, sir, madam, we can provide the waste water. Let's just leave about Mullai Periyar. There are even other rivers which are flowing as waste into the Arabian Sea. Why can't divert these waters and provide to the brothers and sisters of our neighboring state? If you answer like this, you will get very good marks. So basically, these types of questions, they are not asking this question to get expert advice from you. So don't answer with many facts and figures. Don't give scientific evidence for the safety of dam. They are basically checking you. If you are appointed a civil servant in the state of Tamil Nadu as IAS or IPS officer, would you take proper care of the people there? So for that, they are asking these kind of questions. So if they ask about Mullai Periyar, so basically your answer should focus on your neighboring state. So please keep these things in mind. I'll try to discuss other issues in a subsequent video also. Thank you.